Skiing is my absolute favorite sport. I have been skiing since I was 2 years old and I have loved it ever since. I am a slopestyle skier. That means I go off jumps and do spins, flips, and slide rails. I love jumping the most. I love the feeling of flying through the air and being weightless while having the thrill of going upside down and spinning at the same time. I am getting to the level of skiing where I am having to make a gigantic step to progress my skills. That step is learning doubles. Doubles are where I do two flips in one air. These tricks are especially scary because I don't only have one chance to land on my head, but two. I have to fully commit to the trick to make it happen, and if it is anything less than that, I will not be landing on my feet. The first step to learning this trick is to learn it on trampoline. The double that I do is called a double cork 1080. That means that on the first flip, I am spinning two full times around, and on the second flip, I'm spinning one full time around. That is a total of three 360-degree spins in two flips. The first step to doing a double cork is to make sure the set puts me up into the air so that I have time for all of my rotating. The next step is learning the progression. That is doing the single cork and then over rotating to my back. After that, I had someone throw a mat for my first try. After I got comfortable, I was able to do it without a mat and start working on the set and the grab as well. The tramps were good for starting to learn my doubles, but I really had to put the work in on the water ramps. Water ramps are jumps made of an astroturf, bristly type material. These jumps go into the water, hence the name water ramps. I basically did the same steps to learn it and the ramps, except for taking it to my back. I started with backflips, corks, double backflips, and then I did my first double cork with skis on. After that, they kept getting better and better, and eventually, as the summer went on, I was able to get them how I wanted them to look and feel. My takeoffs were strong, my rotation axis was good, and overall I was feeling super comfortable. As the summer got close to the end, I was feeling good enough to where I knew I could do one on snow. The on snow part of the trick is a lot more difficult. If you land on your head on the water ramps, then it's only water. But if you land on your head on the snow, it is very, very bad. The first time I tried one was in Copper Mountain. I took a day off school, as my teachers have found out that is a habit of mine, and drove down to Copper. It was a bluebird day, not a cloud in the sky. I started out getting comfortable with the jumps and starting to work into my corks. I was getting my set dialed in to be as powerful as possible. Then, one lap, I was feeling super good, and I thought that it was time to go for one. I took off and started rotating. I spotted my landing and realized that I was going to over-rotate. I opened up and tried to slow down, but I ended up falling. I was fine, so I got up and rode the lift to do another one. I dropped in and took off, and as soon as I did, I knew I got it just right. I brought it around to my feet and stomped it. This was one of the happiest moments of my life. The most important part of slopestyle skiing is progressing the sport. In the last 10 years, skiing has gone from only a couple people doing doubles to everyone doing doubles and even some triples. I learned my first double this year and I am 13. I am trying to progress my skills so that overall I can push the sport of slopestyle skiing. The more that I improve my skills, the closer that I am to achieving my highest and most challenging goals. Skiing is and has always been my whole life. When I first started skiing, I instantly fell in love with it, and then that love hasn't gone away for 12 years. I always want to be the best that I can be and push myself so that I can do that. Skiing is what I do, and it will be in my life forever.